Something that I wish I knew before investing in SPLG, which is the S&P 500. When I first started investing, like I started with the idea of investing in SHD, collecting, investing in dividend ETFs. It's because I like the idea that when you buy, stocks that are paying a dividend, that you see the income, and I like the idea of getting paid. Then I transfer into buying SPLG, and I noticed that over time, even though SPLG, which is the equivalent to the S&P 500, is the best thing that a person can ever invest in, I realized that it takes time for you to see any result, especially with everything that is happening in the world. Like when I started investing, everything was going up day by day. When Biden was in the White House, day by day, everything was going up, and getting more expensive. And Trump came along, and now he started the tariff war, and my ETF has been going down massively, meaning that everything that I had in gain, all my gains, was banished, like literally overnight. And I noticed that this happens because the ETF is market cap weighted, and even though it contains top 500 companies, like the ETF is massively more in technology, and technology, is way down now. All these tech companies are massively down, and that makes the ETF go down more than it should, because even though it has Coca-Cola or Pepsi Cola or any other stock that you can think of, even though it's in there, but it's massively towards technology. And technology is just, maybe like 7, 8 stocks, maybe like the top holdings. And since the economy is down, tariffs started, tariff has put away on everything, on all the gains that we had over the past few years. Let me just turn this on. And yeah, so like any event like that can literally it's like putting a boot on your on your neck, like that. Whatever's happening in the White House has put a boot onto my return. And I was having a very good return, and I was having a very good total return. I was like up almost 18%, almost not 20, but like around 18%. And I saw my gains. I was like, wow, I'm doing the right thing. And it's all the way down. I'm like negative. Sometimes, like lately, I've been like mostly negative, and sometimes like up 1% or 2%, but lately mostly negative. And even though SPLG pays a dividend, like dividend is so small that you need, like $1 million, more or less $1 million, to collect about, depends, about 15K a year in just a dividend alone. So, it pays the dividend so low. I get happy when I do get paid those dividends, every 3 months. But it's so small, it's so little. And yeah, like all these things, like when something happens and you invest in the S&P 500, SPLG, like it can go down massively, 10, 20, 30, 20%, 30%, 10%. And if you're just starting like me, that I literally started investing into SPLG like every day, constantly every day, about a year and few months. And it's not enough time. I've invested for quite some time, but 3 years in the stock market is nothing. 3 years is nothing in the stock market. So, and like again, I've been investing into SPLG, you know, like a religion every day for a year and like 3 or 4 months. And it's a little time to see. I got to witness an 18% total return, which it looked nice on paper. And yeah, so it's the price has gone down. I get to buy more because it's on sale, like we call it. And the thing is that, like, let's say if you had like a dividend ETF or a dividend stock, and even though the if the stock goes down or the ETF goes down, like, you still get paid those dividends. And let's say like SHD right now, it's hovering around $25. So since it pays like $1 something a year, so when it drops to around $25, you are getting a 4% dividend. So since you're buying it lower, your yield on cost gets higher. And that's good because you are buying the stock cheaper, because like the stock is giving you $1, and the stock goes like from $28 to $25, then it's cheaper, so you're getting more for your buck. So that's a good thing, that you don't have to like technically sell your shares. You just can like live off the dividends. And it's nice to see that a 3% or 4%, even 5% dividend yield, because if you have $1 million and you get 5%, it's $50,000 a year. And so the higher the dividends, right, you don't have to sell the shares. You can like live off the dividends. So that's like one of the things that I wish I knew about SPLG, that it takes time. It's a boring, it's boring because even if I witness and like I watch hundreds of videos about just investing in the S&P 500, and they get like they don't get a lot of views. They don't get a lot of views, or people people want like income. That's the thing. People want income, and I do want income. But I just been investing in this, and I'm gonna stick for it for a while because like I want the S&P 500 to be my main core. Like, I want to invest as much as possible. Maybe once I start having like around 300 shares or 300 plus shares, maybe I can start investing into like dividend ETFs, like SHD, which I really love. And yeah, so that's the thing I wish I knew, that it takes time and a lot of money and time, literally, because with SHD you can start getting paid like basically right away. Even if the stock goes down, you still receive those dividends, like those 4%. And if the stock is really hammered, then like your yield on cost keeps increasing, and it's a beautiful thing. But I will invest into dividend ETFs or dividend stocks later on, as I got willing, as I approach my retirement. But for now, SPLG, it takes time. A year or 2 years investing in this ETF, it's not a long time. So let's see what happens in the future. You don't get that immediate gratification with the S&P 500. So I wish I knew that. It's and the community of like dividend stocks is bigger. It's the community of dividend stocks is amazing, because I understand that even though like some people don't want like a higher total return, people just want to get paid. Like, pay me up and just give me my money. Just give me a portion of my investment back into my pocket. And I totally respect that. SPLG, you really, that late, you get like a really late gratification. It is not something that you can actually enjoy it now. So I wish I knew that like it takes time to build wealth with SPLG. So that's like one of my video about what I wish I knew about that. And yeah, I'm happy, but I really want to get into dividend ETFs. I love that you get paid and whether the stock goes up or down. Yeah, so I hope you like this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.